The message arrived on a quiet Tuesday afternoon, transmitted simultaneously to every communication device on Earth. The Vraxian Dominion's ultimatum was clear: surrender or face extinction. After 3 millennia of peace, humanity's response surprised even themselves. They laughed. Admiral Sarah Chen stood at the United Earth Command Center, a slight smirk playing across her weathered features as she studied the holographic display of the Vraxian fleet. Their ships were impressive. She had to admit, nearly 10,000 vessels, arranged in perfect geometric formations, a display of military precision meant to intimidate. They really have no idea, do they? She mused to her second-in-command, Commander Rodriguez. No, ma'am, Rodriguez replied, trying to suppress his own grin. They must have missed a few chapters in their history books. The last war humanity had fought was against itself 3,000 years ago. That conflict had nearly destroyed civilization, but from its ashes rose something unprecedented: true unity. Not through force or fear, but through the collective realization that they could achieve so much more together than apart. The Vraxians had mistaken peace for weakness. They couldn't comprehend that humanity hadn't built weapons for millennia, not because they couldn't, but because they hadn't needed to. All that creative energy, all that innovative spirit that had once gone into developing better ways to destroy, had instead been channeled into exploration, discovery, and advancement. Send our response, Chen ordered. Across the vast distance of space, the Vraxian Supreme Commander Xarvak received humanity's message. A single line of text appeared on his command screen. Thank you for the entertainment. Would you like to see what 3,000 years of peaceful scientific advancement looks like? Before Xarvak could process the meaning, his sensors began registering anomalies throughout his fleet. The perfect formation of Vraxian ships started to waver as vessel after vessel reported critical systems failing. What the Vraxians had failed to understand was that humanity's ships weren't armed with conventional weapons. They didn't need to be. Every human vessel was essentially a mobile laboratory, equipped with 3 millennia worth of scientific breakthroughs. The same technology that had allowed humanity to cure diseases, terraform planets, and fold space-time for faster-than-light travel could be repurposed in endlessly creative ways. Nanobots infiltrated Vraxian ships through their own communication beams. Quantum field manipulators altered the fundamental forces holding their hull materials together. Gravity lenses bent space itself around their vessels, turning their perfect formation into abstract art. Not a single shot was fired. Not a single life was lost. Within hours, the mighty Vraxian fleet was effectively neutralized, their ships transformed into elaborate sculptures drifting harmlessly through space. Admiral Chen opened a channel to all Vraxian vessels. Now that we have your attention, perhaps we can discuss something more productive than conquest? Our scientists have some fascinating theories about universal consciousness they'd love to share. Or maybe you'd be interested in our recent breakthroughs in sustainable energy generation. The silence from the Vraxian fleet was deafening. Finally, Xarvak's voice came through, tinged with a mixture of fear and awe. How? How did you do this without weapons? Chen's smile widened. Oh, but that's where you're wrong. We have the most powerful weapon ever created: peace. Peace gave us time. Peace gave us focus. Peace gave us the freedom to pursue knowledge for its own sake, to push the boundaries of what's possible without the constraints of military applications. She continued, her voice gentle but firm. We could have destroyed your fleet, but that would have been uncivilized. Instead, we chose to demonstrate why we chose peace in the first place. It's not the absence of conflict that defines peace. It's the presence of something far more powerful, the collective potential of minds working together toward understanding. The Vraxian Supreme Commander's next words would be recorded in history books across 1,000 worlds. We request permission to learn. And humanity smiled again, but this time with genuine warmth. After 3,000 years of peace, they had just won their first interstellar conflict by simply showing what that peace had allowed them to become. No weapons, no destruction, no death, just the elegant application of knowledge. As the human fleet began the process of restoring the Vraxian ships to working order, Admiral Chen looked out at the stars. "Send word to Earth," she ordered. "Tell them to prepare the universities and research centers. We're about to have some very eager new students." The message that had started with an ultimatum ended with an invitation to join humanity's greatest adventure, the endless pursuit of knowledge. And somewhere in the vast cosmos, the universe itself seemed to nod in approval at a species that had finally learned the true meaning of power.